Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back, and I just wanted to come and run this trap of mine. Hopefully, y'all can hear me. I think you can because I just did a couple of tests with the sound because I'm right by the road. Girl, this is where the shade was, and so this is where I'm at. But I think you can hear me. You should. You may hear a car or two or 35 zoom by, but I think you can hear me. All right, y'all. So, Belle Collective. I think we're at the point in Belle Collective where now a lot of the storylines are starting to be repeated because they're starting to have the same conversations amongst each other within the group. So this is just what it comes down to me. You have So Gucci and Sanjay. Is that the one? And Marie. They're still having the conversation from the previous episode of the whole. Listen, this is one of those situations, in my opinion, where yes, I do believe, because one of you said this in the last video in the comment section about what happened to me believing that the kid, when you basically, like, when kids get older they start to tell the truth. I still believe in that, but I believe that this is one of those situations where, when you brought up what's the girl's name? Aoki. Aoki is a 19-year-old, or what, 20-year-old? I don't know her age now. Telling people how her dad treats her and the things that her dad says to her about her mother, and how since she was 15 she's had to deal with certain things. But she also said that, like, when she went to her mother, when all this mess started hitting the news, and I guess like the lawsuits and all that mess about Russell saying that Kimora and the white man she got the baby with stole his money, she told her, "Don't worry about it. This is between mommy and daddy. Don't worry about it." In the situation on Belle Collective, when I see the things that are being said on social media, and I don't keep up with any of those people out of the show, but I see sometimes like OMFG reality. I see some of the posts on Twitter, people, retweeting. It just sounds like to me that in that situation, Sanjay is regurgitating a whole bunch of information that her mama done told her. That's what it sounds like. Like, Sanjay wants to call So Gucci a rebound. How would you know at 7 years old that So Gucci was the rebound? Now, I'm not saying 7-year-olds don't notice things and they don't spot things, but do you really know at 7 years old if somebody is a rebound or not? So I just think that with that situation, it's the kids and the mama against the stepmama. I don't trust nobody in the situation, honestly. I don't trust Selena because I think Selena was looking for a moment. Selena probably got that reality TV itch and she wants to be back on television. It is so weird to me that these ladies have went their entire dealings with each other, and this is the first time they got into a physical altercation, which leads me to believe that they were both putting on for the cameras. I think Selena was putting on for the cameras. I think So Gucci was putting on for the cameras. I don't know if they thought that it would go that far, but I think they were both putting on for the cameras. So Gucci admits that she got a smart mouth. I said in the previous video, So Gucci got a slick mouth. I think that JJ is going to defend his wife. So you really can't really take everything he got to say as the gospel either. I can't take everything Selena says as the gospel. I can't take everything So Gucci says as the gospel, and I can't take everything that Sanjay or the daughter say because they gonna always defend their mama. Okay? So I think that while yes, if the kids were coming out saying this is what I remember seeing, this is what I saw, this is what I know, but it just don't sound like to me. It don't sound like that to me. It really doesn't. It just sounds like them saying some information, telling one side of the story, and it's their mama's story. And it sounds like to me they're only telling the side of the story that has to do with So Gucci. Tell the side of the story that also involves your daddy. That's why I think that they're just picking with, not picking at So Gucci, but only repeating the stuff that's more damaging to So Gucci. Now, they probably have talked about their daddy on social media. Again, I don't keep up with these people. I can only go by the stuff that I've seen. But it sounds like when you hear Sanjay speak on social media, it's always like a dig at So Gucci. I think if Sanjay was saying something about So Gucci and JJ, then I would be like, oh, maybe so. Because it just sounds like y'all going after the woman. I don't think that it's Latrice's fault. I think that So Gucci doesn't want to accept responsibility for her actions. The truth is, and like some of you said, and I think I said this, but I think I'm changing my mind again. So Gucci could have spoke. So Gucci could have spoke. She could have. But I also believe that one of them said that sometimes they speak, sometimes they don't. So even with So Gucci opening up her mouth, she should have opened up her mouth. It still shouldn't have got to the point where they were fighting because y'all already told us, or somebody, one of y'all already told us, I can't remember if it was So Gucci or Selena, that girl, sometimes y'all speak, sometimes y'all don't. So even with So Gucci not speaking, it still shouldn't have pumped up Selena because this should have just been one of those times, oh, she not speaking today. Y'all were already around each other before, ain't nothing happened. So how was this a Latrice's fault? If y'all were already at a baby shower, I gotta get my hair edged up, y'all. If y'all were at a baby shower already and nothing happened, then why is it? And then again, girl, we just repeating the same. I'm about to go because I feel like I'm repeating the same stuff over we already talked about. If y'all have already been around each other before, and then y'all have been around each other this entire time, because So Gucci and JJ have been together at least since 2005. It's 2023. Hello, and y'all ain't never had no physical altercation. Girl, why would people think that y'all couldn't be in the same room? Cause she looking up here like, who he talking to? Why would people think that y'all couldn't be in the same room? Y'all have been around each other for almost 2 decades. Y'all were just in each other's faces the other day at the baby shower. So Latrice invites So Gucci because, girl, she a part of the cast. She invites Selena because she said her and Selena are friends. It shouldn't be an issue. The issue happened because of So Gucci and Selena, not because of Latrice. Because they both wanted to turn up for the cameras. And it got to a place where I don't think either of them really thought it was gonna get to. I don't think So Gucci or Selena really thought that they was gonna fight that day. And so good, and Selena got a slick mouth too. Now it'd be funny. The stuff that they be saying be funny, but it still doesn't take away that you slick. Like what y'all call her, So Gucci, Sophia, what they call so she called her three different names: Sophia, So Gucci, Shantae. I can't keep up. Tambra, Tambra don't want to be with Damon, and that's okay. Tambra, this is the thing about Tambra. I don't know if Tambra. I see. That's the thing. Like Usually, to me, the stuff that I remember, it usually like I can pinpoint the stuff that Martell has done to Melody on Love and Marriage Huntsville. You know, we can go into conversations about Tisha. We can go into conversations about Melody. But I can't remember what Tamra has done to the point where, girl, they can just call her a liar, a liar, a liar, your pants on fire. Do I think that Tamra probably got some ways? As far as like, girl, not some ways, but as far as like, does she present her true, authentic self? You know that voice? Girl. But I don't know if I would go to I don't know if it's to the point where like Marie should be doing what she's doing. You know how like you might have that friend in your friend circle who, girl, they don't necessarily just tell bold faced lies, but girl, sometimes they exaggerate the truth. Like Ashley said, put some sauce on it. Come on, put some sauce on it. But girl, it ain't harming nobody, right? Tamara might be like, girl, the finest man. Like Tamara is the type of person where, like in a friend group, you know, you got that friend who will tell you, girl, the finest man walked up to me last night, and girl, he really not the finest man. Girl, he not even halfway cute. But girl, she done hyped it up because girl, somebody done walked up to her. That's what Tamara gives me, but it's still not enough to like cut your friend off. It's just kind of like, girl, you know girl, you know that Huffle probably ain't telling the truth about no fine man, the finest man walking up to her. Tamara don't want to have no baby. Tamara don't want to be with Damon. Tamara wants to be a boss, single, in a high-rise apartment by herself. And she want a man to come over every now and again to, girl, check her engine light, and then she gonna send him on his way. Tamara don't want to be with Damon. I think Tamara feels disrespected, as she should, by Damon. Damon pretty much told her, you don't do nothing but sit in the chair and talk all day. You know, let me just say something. I'm not silly. I understand that, girl, you can't compare a VJ, well, not a video jockey, no, a DJ or radio personality to someone who probably is doing, you know, heart surgery. And, you know, some people really don't look at radio personalities or, you know, as like a real job. All you do is talk all day. But, girl, people, I don't think it's fair to Tamara for Damon to basically just try to act like she don't do shit all day. Is she outside sweating in the sun? No. But to make it seem as though she probably like, all she do is sit in a chair, she ain't really contributing nothing to the world. When you don't know how many lives this woman has touched, you don't know what the type of conversation she has on the radio. You just don't know. And to kind of like dismiss that as, oh girl, you don't do nothing but sit down all day. It's kind of like he doesn't have a respect for Tambra and her job, as if people who sit down all day don't make changes in the world. Yes, you cannot compare it to someone who is trying to cure, you know, HIV or, you know, but girl, it's still a contribution. And the truth of the matter is, not to get all deep in, you know, girl, everybody is contributing in their own way. Well, most people, not everybody. Let me stop lying, girl. Some people just ain't doing shit. Um, but everybody contributes in their own way. Even if you have a job where it may be basic and average and mediocre, you still are contributing to, girl, society and to the world. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I didn't like that. I didn't like that. I didn't like I didn't like Demond saying that. I don't think she appreciated it. I don't think that what's his name, Quasi. I don't think Quasi appreciated it. I think that they were both probably offended. Right? I could see Demond thinking that like a journalist you don't do nothing all day but girl, talk and probably write, and that's it. I mean, you ain't really doing nothing hard. Because some people have in their head that if you're not outside sweating and huffing and puffing, then girl, you really ain't doing nothing. When the truth of the matter is, girl, I, I don't even have a schedule like Tambra's. My schedule is pretty, um, it's pretty loose, right? I can change it, right? But other YouTubers, and I'm sure the big YouTubers, girl, can tell you that sometimes it can get draining. Girl, you be tired of talking. Girl, you really do. Sometimes you just want to sit. Girl, sometimes you just want to sit on your ass and watch TV and not talk to nobody. But then, girl, you look up, girl, you got to review Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. You got to review Belle Collective. You got to review Real Housewives of Atlanta. You got to review And Just Like That. You got to review Love and Marriage Huntsville. Then you got to do Hot Topics. Girl, then you got to take notes and you got to keep rewinding to make sure you ain't miss nothing. Girl, it's like I said, girl, it ain't. I'm looking at Memorial Herman right now, girl. It's not like we working at Memorial Herman, girl. It's not like we out here, trying to find a cure for HIV. But girl, it can still be draining nonetheless. It can still be draining. Marie is in therapy, girl. I didn't really care. Marie just basically telling us everything we already know. Girl, her mama on that shit. She been on that shit. Um, I mean, we already know everything Marie told us. We already knew. Letitia and So Gucci meet up. Letitia is funny. Letitia probably one of the funniest. Not probably. Letitia is the funniest one on the show. Letitia said she about to get her tummy tucked. Honey, when I tell you, baby, the girls get a couple of checks, I ain't even mad at them, honey, because as soon as I can get my little surge, honey, as soon as I get my little surge, I'm getting it. Girl, I'm be so fine. Girl, let me say something, baby. My body was already sickening anyways, quiet as it's kept. I just need a little assistance. It's the assistance for me. I just need a little assistance. That's it. I just need a little assistance. I think I'm about to get me a personal trainer. I'm really about to get found on y'all. I just have to put in my head that girl, I want to pay that extra. I'm very, very I try to be very I don't like a lot of bills. One of my goals in life, I don't want to ever be one of people out there who are always like, some of y'all, a lot of y'all, like, oh, I got all these bills. And all you got is you just got a whole bunch of bills. And you may make a whole bunch of money too, but you still got a whole bunch of bills. One of my goals in life is to have the least amount of bills as possible. When I say the least, the least. Okay? I don't want girl, I want to have like the necessary bills, rent, mortgage, a credit card bill due at the end of the month, right? Phone bill, cell phone bill, phone bill, stuff like that. So I'm really trying to but I know it's an investment too. Health is wealth. And at this point, I have to just go ahead and admit that I can't do it by myself. I could when I was younger. And I think that once I get someone, if I'm paying someone, then, girl, it'll help me out a lot. I found someone here in Houston. I'm going to keep looking. It's a guy. His body is sickening. See, I need somebody whose body is sickening. Because I want my body to look like yours. As close to it as possible, okay? Anyways, so she meet up with So Gucci. She about to get a tummy tuck. She's also bloated. So Gucci, is a fitness a personal trainer. So she got her drinking some green smoothie. Girl, Tisha is like, girl, what you got me drinking? This is a mess. Go get me some water. Um, Akeisha and Marie meet up. Keisha is basically on some self love, honey. But she said her man ain't there, so she got to take care of herself. I said, I know that's right, Miss Thing. This thing said, girl, she ain't got no bitch, she ain't got no problem. She said, Willie ain't there. So since Willie ain't here, my man, I'm used to having a man lay beside me, girl, but my man ain't here, so honey, I gotta take care of myself. So Miss Thing said she be in there, girl, just pleasuring herself. Come on, Pleasure Island. They talk about basically, long story short, girl, Marie, for whatever reason, I guess her storyline this season is just to be messy. I mean, it is what it is. If you ain't gonna do nothing else, if you ain't got no personal storyline, I guess you're gonna have to be the messy girl. That's fine with me. I just want you to be doing something though. But she is the messy starter. I didn't like how Marie approached Tamra. Basically, basically a guy Tamra used to be engaged to, I think 2018 to 2019. I can't remember the exact year or the range. I can't remember the year. Anyways, she thinks that basically Damon and Tamra's relationship is fake. And the guy she used to be with, Tamra basically saying the guy was crazy. I was with I'm with Tamra. If we supposed to be a sisterhood, it doesn't feel like a sisterhood. Come on, shout out to Jennifer. But if this is supposed to be a sisterhood, girl, how are you going to go talk to a nigga that you don't even know? Girl, you've been around me for a few years now. And you could still be around somebody for years and still not know who they are. But girl, I would hope that you would give me the benefit of the doubt before you gave a nigga the benefit of the doubt. And you know how these niggas can be. Marie, you know firsthand. That's the only thing I don't like. I'm going to go ahead and say it. That's one thing I don't like. One thing I don't like about women, I'm sorry, we're going to have to say it. When it comes to niggas going to have each other's backs. When it comes to women will throw another woman under the bus and stick beside a man, knowing you know how these men are. It's one thing if you don't know either person involved in the situation and you just want to be fair, girl, whatever. I would still say, girl, you just want to be fair. You don't know who telling the truth. But girl, when you have been around someone like, I was about to say Brenda, like Marie has been around, what's her face? I would think that you would give Tamra the benefit of the doubt instead of just saying, well, he said it, he said this, he said that, he said this, he said it, girl. Instead of you saying, instead of you telling this man, well, hold up, I don't really know you like that. I don't know you at all. You know, me and Tamara ain't got no issues. You know, me and Tamara got her ways, but I don't know if I'm gonna believe everything you're telling me. I'm gonna get back to you. And then if you want to be messy and go back to Tamara, be like, Tamara, girl, I don't know what's going on, sister, but girl, it's this nigga out here who said X, Y, and Z. And then Tamara could have said, girl, that ain't what happened. This is what happened. And then you could either at that point, either decide to believe Tamara or be like, girl, I think the hoe was lying, and I believe him. But Marie went straight to Tamara as if like she believed everything the nigga said. You don't even know this nigga. And just like Tamara said, this is supposed to be a sisterhood. And girl, this is how y'all do. I would have left too. I would have cussed Marie out. Girl, stop acting like you really care about what's going on. You don't care. You already took this nigga's side. You know how these niggas can be. Anyways, girl, that's it. I'm gone. I'll talk to y'all later. All right. And we're going up, and we're going down till we run. Now, I want y'all to go listen to it's this guy named Molly Music. I call him Molly Music. It may be Mally, but I call him Molly Music. Honey, one of my favorite songs is called Still. Oh, you know, I love me a old nasty. I love me a old nasty, 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 nasty love song. And he got another song with Jasmine Sullivan, girl. Y'all need to go listen to it, girl. They're cute. All right, girl. I'm gone. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.